All right, I'm just gonna jump right into this, and been hearing rumors that an Ari mini rework is going to take place either like at the beginning of next season or like later on, slightly later on, or maybe the beginning of before the season starts. I don't know, but I'm just gonna jump right into it, and these are kind of my ideas, at least like a few ideas that people want for Nari rework. Um, so yeah, and the first one I have up, I call it nostalgia Ari. Um, there's a lot of nostalgia Ari builds and back in the day, like passive, movement speed passive. That was a I don't think a lot of people like that one because your Q had that spell vamp, and not a lot of people enjoyed it. I actually Well, I was not a big fan. That passive, even though you didn't really see it, it was really it got you out of sticky situations without a lot of people players knowing. I thought it was kind of uh, over not it was overshadowed didn't didn't get a lot of attention, but I think a lot of people don't want to see that one. So I decided to do her Q be the movement speed buff prior to like season 6, or I don't remember when that was a thing, maybe like late season 5, around there. The pros would be you can get to your lane about 4 to 6 seconds faster, since throw the Q backwards and then you go really fast, especially when you get home guard. After you died, you can just get there faster. Maybe it can be like about maybe like at that case it would be like 6 to 8 seconds. You can reposition yourself better with this um, big boost at the beginning, of course. But the con, or like the disadvantage, is that Riot would obviously nerf damage because this would make her too safe. Also, one other thing that not a lot of people would pick up that I should write down is stops her movement for a for what 2 seconds. It's just like that. Like maybe it's like a point 0.2 seconds. Like you just stopped or your Q, then you get that buff. But movement in this game is very important, and when your character just stops to cast a spell, that's like a slight opening. And while 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 this big boost would give you an advantage, the opponent knows that you're going to throw a Q, they can um take aggression and just go onto you. So keep this in mind if you want this. I would be happy with this overall, and I think this would be a good nostalgia RE that we can all appreciate overall. Sorry, it's kind of I'm just using Word document. This one is Assassin Ari. Um, I've seen a few people actually want to remove her movement speed buff entirely, just slash it out. I would actually like to see this as well. I just want to try it out in PBE if they wanted to try it. If Riot wants us to try it and see how we feel, and just give her damage and reduce her ult cooldown when in the mid game to the, but keep it late as the same, because she's like an assassin and she should kind of fall off slightly. Um, but all these AP ratios are up. Um, like this is 35% up to 40%. So think about it. If 80% AP, or if you get hit by one first Q in the second Q, that's 80% AP ratio just hitting you, and that's massive actually from 70%. Just like a slight 5% increase is huge. Foxfire, I think this might be a little OP. I put this number in by 10%. It was 30%. This would be a little too strong, but sometimes you just have to have a champion a little slightly overpowered, like being on training wheels, so that players can get used to it, and then Riot will nerf them just a bit. But again, um, again, I'm sorry. Again, why did I say again 3 times? That that you are getting rid of the movement speed buff, and that would be a factor. Um, 40% AP ratio on Spirit Rush, which would give you a max of 120% from 105%. Oh, that'd be nice. Yep, more damage more means more fun, and the ultimate reduction would make her mid game way stronger like an assassin, because assassins should be the strongest in the game in the mid game. But but the con is that without a movement speed buff, she would probably be one of the worst mages in the game by far. Why? Well, her E is only 1,000 range, and it's easy to dodge. It's it's just yeah, I'll stick with that. And um she would be a sitting duck with no mobility at all. Her only escape tool would be her E, and if she already E the enemy champion and then the enemy champ gang jungler is ganking you, you got rid of your escape tool. There's no coming back that unless you were trading well with your opponent, then maybe you have a chance. But overall, her early game would be actually worse. And sure, the 40% AP ratio and the 40% AP ratio on both these abilities go up, but um, to even deal damage, you have to get closer to the enemy. And mages, most mages are long range, have longer range, so they can kite better than you and keep distance. So overall, keep this all in the back of your minds. I would like to see this. This would be interesting overall. As a bonus, I was thinking about this idea just yesterday when I was about to go to bed or sleeping. Is as an assassin, reduce her cooldown to 90, increase her movement speed to 335, and remove her movement speed buff. I think she would be the best roamer in the entire game with this overall as a mid lane, or maybe a support too. Let's not forget the support Ahri players out there. Um, that would be huge. But again, um, you, with this change, you would not get any damage increase buffs. You're just completely mid game dependent, or slightly late game with that 10 cooldown reduction. So actually, this is way worse. Your early game will be way worse with this change, except for the 5 movement speed buff. But that's like with that 5 movement speed buff, that can that's just like a makeup for losing your movement speed. But it's like so slight that it probably wouldn't even matter. But I just thought of this, but that might be OP. I just put that down. Anyways, moving on. Charge Ari. Just make her Spirit Rush into a charge, like old Callie. I don't know how I balance this at all, but the reason why I like this change, it gives flexibility of what the player can do. It's all player strategies, and I would actually like this. Give the players the control of the character. Let them feel like they're the powerful. But I'm pretty sure with that, Riot would knock a lot of damage out. They don't want a a character with that much control with that. So I don't know how I would balance this, but this is a possibility. Just just give her some charges. I would actually enjoy this one. I would try it out. It'd be a little different, but a lot of people have been asking this one. I just want to um, say I asked for this one a while back too, and I'm gonna repeat it again. I would like to see this version. I think Ari should have the old Callie's torch and have this, and I hope Riot would consider the Vars idea. So you have to watch that video to understand why he wants this change, this but he, most but the reason why this can be a good idea is because of the Diana situation where she was kind of lackluster without it mobility until level 6. Then she was probably really strong, but she never had an escape tool. Um, and Ari can actually excel with this change, and I would like this. I would try it, but I kind of disagree at the same time with this change too, because let's say you're facing a melee like Talon, Zed, who else? Who else? I don't know, Cassidon. Um, and maybe some mages too. With Foxfire, you could just auto auto attack them once, press W, and then auto attack them again. Then that's an easy proc on your electrocute at level 1. Like literally, that's pretty simple. But if it, but but if you start with Q first, and the you lose out on damage. That's like Q first is actually terrible, unless it's a situation where you actually do Q first. But even then, I would rather go W first. Um, but with this change with Vars change, I I would be forced to go Q first, and like the enemy would just get free damage on me because the Q is so easy to dodge. It's just when they see it, they just walk left or walk right, and you're just forced to Q minions. I mean, I guess you could try to Q them, but you're only getting what 70 damage on them. Give me a break. It's like nothing to Talon or Zed. They can just almost like quarter health you with level 2 or 3. So just keeping this in mind. And Vars is saying if when you land the E, you get another charge, get a reset. That's all fine, but I'm not I'm not against him. I actually like Vars. He put some of my Ari vid clips on his videos on some of them. So thank you, if you watch his uh, little video, Vars. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. Keep doing good work. I know this is kind of boring, but oh well. Of course, yeah, I said poking might be a little bit more difficult. As a little bonus, I was thinking about this. Bonus too. I'm sorry, it's kind of small. Sorry, I didn't really prepare this too well. I just went recording and this is what I got. So sorry, but give Ari a distance amplifier. 15% for 0 to 450, 20% mid range, and yeah, whatever, 25% to long range. Yep. I just want to. I think Riot should try this one. I think it would be a little interesting to see this chain, this different thing. This actually rewards a long distances on the charm. Also, um, when you get rewarded that much damage, you should or that distance, you should be way more rewarded than just like a 20%. It's just a small buff. I would like to see this. I doubt it will ever happen, but never know. Never know what Riot watches. I know I doubt I'll get a lot of views, but overall, I want to hear what everybody's thoughts are on Ari, or if you want to tell me to go put my head in the sand, I'll do that. So yeah, thanks for listening to me, and let me hear what everybody's opinions are. Overall, thank you. Bye.